Hi, everyone. Welcome to Freedom Friday. This is Seanin Banrion, your host. We have a gorgeous guest. His name is David Kenneth Swinson. He's a rising, right? He's got this big long title, right? I'm going to have to ask him to say it for me because I have no idea what it means. But he is a beautiful human being who's been sharing light all over the internet in the world in such an unhurried, beautiful, present, loving way. And I'm really excited to learn all about him, where he comes from, what he's all about. You must know him. He's the guy who does the videos where he goes, love, 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 love. And he just sends vibrations everywhere. Oh, he's so much fun. I just adore the guy. So here he is. Welcome, David. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing really well.
Good, good. It's great to get you on the show. Like, I feel really privileged. It's a blessing. And, there's been, I was actually on a retreat about a few months ago, and we were watching a video of yours, myself and the whole group, right? Because, it just everything you share is so creative and loving and fun. And your little daughter alongside, you are truly are a healer in the greatest sense. What you're sending out there is so amazing to me. And I can't wait to just learn as much as I can about who you are and where you come from, because it's just awesome.
Well, thank you. It's my honor to share what I know and to share what I've learned. It's such an honor to be able to come onto your show today. I've been really excited. Looking forward to it. Just millions of changes going on in my life right now. Life has been amazing. I'm here in California, up in the mountain community, living in the trees. There's something like 7 trees on my property where I'm staying, and then there's the forest is a few blocks, a couple houses that way. There's 4 that way, mountaintop there. I've been to every mountaintop, been up here all my life. Just living on the mountaintop, loving and enjoying it.
So cool. That is so cool. Now you have a very specific title, and I don't know what that title is. Could you say it for us and tell us what it means?
Yes, it's Rasianata.
Rasianata.
Rasianata. Ra is fire. Siya is passionate one, and Nata means guru. That was channeled by one of my gurus, one of my pretty much the one who taught me a lot of joy and love with the native Indian ways from India. I've also American ways, and so kind of weave them together in all sorts of different studies. I'm studying physics and psychology and philosophy from ancient days, and just really enjoying my studies and loving my life.
Wow, this is amazing. That is so cool. I had no idea. Now, where the heck did you come from? When did you wake up? Right, we'll start with that question. When did you wake up? When did it all start for you?
Well, I get that question sometimes, and the way that I put it is every day I wake up. And I've been doing that my whole life. There's been certain points in my life that shifted. I was raised in the church, going to different churches and youth groups and things like that, but it never really settled right. It didn't really sound right. It didn't feel right. My nose kept running and I kept yawning. I knew that it wasn't right. And then after high school, my high school sweetheart, we got married and had some kids. I married into the sweat lodge kind of thing, and got 18 years ago. I got to go to a sweat lodge, Native American rebirthing ceremony.
Wow.
And every year since, we do a Native American bear dance ceremony. And 10 years ago, I became a fire keeper. I've been passed down the sacred Cherokee fire from the Cherokee people, and I carry that to different ceremonies and start the ceremony with the fire with the first prayer. And by people going to the sweat lodge, I've already done 7 prayers 7 times each time I've prayed.
Amazing. That is so cool. I love that. I love that. So a fire keeper. That's awesome. What does that mean having to do? So you're you do a blessing with fire, or is it an energetic fire, or what is it?
So, Native American sweat lodge is a rebirthing ceremony. The whole thing is called an inipi. There's the lodge, which is made out of willow branches, all done in a sacred manner, in a sacred way, built in the right way with a big ceremony, and then covered with blankets. Then there's the altar where the medicine goes and like your necklaces and things that are too hot to bring inside the sweat lodge. And then there's the fire pit. And so my first prayer going to the fire pit is kind of like thanking the land. I have my cedar from my sacred cedar bag from the first fire that the creator gave to the Cherokee. And so I carry that and I have tobacco and I make my prayers to the 7 directions, above, below, into the heart, and give that to the land and clean it all up and get it ready. And then I take the wood is my next prayer. After I've cleaned it all up, I take the wood and I bless it. I thank it. I love it. I offer it up to the 7 directions. I thank all of the wood that comes from the different directions, and I place it down in the middle of the fire pit with my medicine, the cedar and the tobacco, to honor the wood. And then I honor the stones, which are lava rocks that are brought from all over the world, which are received, as in they've been given something before they're picked up, before they're taken and brought to the lodge. And so I bless the same way with the directions and my bag in the wood, on the wood, and then build the wood around it. And then I do my prayer again before I light the fire. And pretty much everything is our ancestor. It's all our relations. Aho matakliase means all my relations. So we're honoring all our relations. And so the stones are our oldest ancestors, and the lava rocks are the youngest of the oldest ancestors because they freshly gave birth, birthed out of Mother Earth. And so we heat them up in the fire and bring them back to life. And then I heat them up with a pitchfork when they're glowing red hot, bring them over to the stump, brush them off, blow off the ashes so it doesn't go to the people. At this point, the people are already in the lodge, ready to go. And I bring in the stone into the lodge. Somebody picks it up with antlers and sets it in the middle. And medicine, sage, cedar, sweetgrass. And then the aroma just fills the lodge. And there's 4 rounds of sweat lodge. And I have been honored to be able to go to this. And I've been so honored to be able to become a firekeeper and to carry that sacred Cherokee fire for the people. So I'm honored to be able to help the people heal the people.
I love this so much. That is so magical and beautiful. I've never been to a sweat lodge, but I understood that deep philosophy of everything being connected, everything being our ancestors. And the reason why you spark up such joy in me is because you appreciate everything. You know, you have vast love for everything in life, and you encourage that through what you share. And it makes me so happy, dude. You have no idea. Like every time you show up, I'm like, yes, David. Like, and I have love along with you, because like that message is powerful. You know, have you always been so positive and so present?
No, when I was in high school, I wasn't the nicest person. You know, I had that love in my heart always. My mom named me David, which means beloved and beloved, and I am loved and honored by so many. And I choose to be loved. I went through some time in high school to be cool, and I wasn't very nice. And I've said my apologies, and I've cleared that time of my life, and it helped me learn and see how powerful words and stuff are. And having the introduction to the sweat lodge was like my new church. It was a whole new way of learning, and I learned a whole new way, and that sent me off onto that path. In high school, I felt that if I ripped myself open, I was just full of black, gucky darkness. And over the years and years of sweat lodge, and then learning the Hindu ways and the Indian ways from India, and learning ways from all over the world, I've been reading the books of the dead from all over the place. And
wow. Have you really? Wow.
yeah, and studying philosophy from ancient Greece and ancient Platonist and Plato and all sorts of amazing things, and then just integrating all of that into what it all means to me. And from what I learned from my love gurus, I've been to meditation workshop of masters of love up here in Big Bear, my community, going to community circles and learning from these masters of love, and really picking it up and learning from them, and being able to shine my light out, and it's evolving in me. So my knowledge of love was this, and I've been able to prove it through ancient books. Some of the oldest books in the world prove what I'm saying about love, of how it is this vibration, how love is gravity, how love is electricity, and I've proven it through the masters of electricity, the masters of magnetism, ended up saying the same thing about how it's all love, how it's the ether, and it's just different modes of love. And so all of it I learned and know and believe and feel is my truth.
Yes.
Learning is being proven by the ancient texts that I read, and the old philosophies and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, duh.
That's amazing, David. I love that. I love that so much, and I love your message. I love this experience of sharing with you. And you're living in a shared community, right?
No, my house is like a shared community.
Okay.
That's the dream. That's the goal, is to have a shared community, to have enough room for anybody and everybody, to have enough food growing in the garden for anybody and everybody, to have people come to learn, to have people come to heal, to have people come and stay and learn and then hop to the next place. And so right now it's my household. I'm the head of the household. I work as an electrician. I picked that up 18 years ago. I'm in my last month of having a boss. Starting on the first, I am going to be my own electrician, my own electrical company. I passed the test. I got the license. I got the bond. I got my insurance and putting my ducks in order. And then I'm just on the edge of this cliff in my electricianness, and I'm just getting ready to just jump and watch my wings catch me. It's a very exciting point in my life. I'm really stepping out of like being comfortable. I've been comfortable, and I've had all these excuses, and I've had this amazing woman come into my life this year, and
I saw that.
All my excuses, she went bing, 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 and I'm like, yeah. So I jumped, and I'm an electrician now, a master. I was already a master electrician, but now I'm an electrical contractor. So I'm opening up the pathways of abundance. All this abundance like just wants to come to all of us. All this abundance is on its way. It's here. We have to like rip open the channels. We can't, we have these little walls that we have to like knock down so that the abundance can come in. And me doing that, getting my license is one of
I'm so happy for you. This is amazing. I'm so pleased. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing to hear. You know, I've been watching your journey, and like how life was just opening and opening like a flower, and I could see that. And I feel really deeply that these vibrations that you've been sending out, they're just coming back, you know? Higher order, like everything that you're sending out there is returning to you in vast ways.
Yeah, that I had a meditation. There was this time that I felt just so much love. And I'm like, good God, like this is so much love. God, it's like, I don't know if I can handle all this love. I'm like, whoa, this is a lot of love, you know, just was pouring down like crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to give that love back out. So love. And I gave that love out because it was too much for me to handle, I thought. And then it rushed back in 10 times. And Goddess is like, you can handle it. Then it became that exercise. It became that exercise of feeling the love and then sending the love back out and shining that love out to everywhere. And then, yes, of course, it comes back tenfold. It comes back amazingly. I'm so blessed in my life, and I receive those blessings. I accept those blessings, and then I bless my blessings with those blessings, and everybody's a blessing. So I bless those blessings, and the blessings just keep coming back. We are that mirror. We are that conduit where the love, the blessings, the manifestation comes in us, and we shine it back out. And then it comes back, we shine it back out. It's just this constant flow. Love, 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 love. It's really amazing. So with that, meditation was like the big first start of like realizing my power, realizing my love, and knowing that, and learning love, and knowing love from having children, that helped me. My kids helped me see the love. My kids helped me know the love more. The Sweat Lodge was such an unconditional, loving place. It became not a religion for me. It became the red road, is what the Native Americans call it. It's a path. And my red road is my red road. It's my path. So it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's between me and the Creator. It's between me and God, between me and Goddess. And so I choose what I want to. I choose what I believe. I choose what I want to study, and it's my walk. It's my path. It's my religion. It's close to Bob Marley's religion. It's close to Jesus' religion. It's love.
I love this so much. There's such wisdom in what you're sharing, and it is so beautifully put, and you embody that state of someone who fully knows himself, and accepts all of himself and accepts everyone else. It's any wonder that you've fallen in love this year. Can you tell me about that? How did all that happen? How's it going?
Oh, it's so amazing. So when we open up ourselves, I release control and I surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. And when we release control and we surrender to that flow, we're allowing it to happen. It's meant to happen. We're allowing it to happen. So last year, I was invited to an event off the mountain, hour away in the desert at a swimming pool festival. I was offered to play my bass guitar. I do a bass guitar in a way that's not like anyone else. I kind of just rumble it. YouTube videos of it. I haven't been recording any of that lately, but I was offered to play, so I went there and I played in front of the crowd a bunch of times. And I'm a danceaholic. I love dancing. If the beat's there, I just move. And I met my lady Kim on the dance floor, and just danced with her like all night. We just had this amazing dance group together, and it was really amazing. And then I had to go home and go to work and hang out with my kids. It was like the first weekend I got away from my kids, because I'm with my kids every weekend. And it was like I had this chance, and like I could set it up. My mom was able to watch the kids so I could go to this festival. And then I was able to get to another one, and I saw her again on the dance floor. We danced all night long and just had so much joy. She's so joyful and so much full of love also, and so much on this path of cleaning out the darkness and taking care of herself. And it's just been so amazing. It's been really easy. It's been super flowing. There's no pressure. There's no push. There's no pull. There was no like, I'm yours, you're mine. It's just like, hey, we like hanging out. We're hanging out.
Oh, wow.
It's really easy and really beautiful. And everybody can see the shine of joy that we have ourselves and then together. So it's really amazing. We're going to be doing retreats and workshops together. We're kind of working on practices. We're going to be in Greece doing a workshop on an amazing island there in fall.
Wow, you're coming to Greece? That's amazing. What island?
Some of the information goes in and back out.
Oh, right, okay. Is it Zakynthos? That's one of the famous ones.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so excited for you. This is amazing. Oh, you know what, dude? You so deserve this. Like, And you know, I love that everything is matching your frequency. She matches your frequency, how your servants matching your frequency. Everything is just this flowing state of like grace and peace and acceptance of all things. Like I didn't realize that you had such like a deep understanding of all these different traditions. What spurred you to start studying?
Um, Once I dropped down the book that was written by God, once I set that down, and took the red road, uh, I my light changed. Different people came into my life, different masters, different teachers. I had a, I'm an electrician, so when I go places, I bring my smile, I bring my love, I bring my light, and people see that, and people become my friends, and people want me back, and end up teaching me. And I had this teacher that spent a lot of time with the Rinpoches in Tibet filming. All he would do is film, and he absorbed it. It ended up getting into him and him learning it. So he gave me the Tibetan Book of the Dead to read. And I started out with that one. Well, before that, I started out with Black Elk Speaks. That's like the Native American prophecies. That's a really amazing book, Black Elk.
Black Elk Speaks.
An amazing one. And I started out with that, which really introduced me more into the Native American stuff. And then I went to the Tibetan Book of the Dead and learned about death and after death and ways like that. And then it just kept going from book to book and master to master and meeting amazing people and just going with it.
I love that. And what's sticking out to you the most right now? What are you feeling about the world, about what's going on, like what matters? What's really speaking to your heart right now?
Well, it's always love. Love is
yeah, I figured that.
Love is the answer. Love is the answer to anything. If love isn't the answer, then we're asking the wrong question. All the things that are going on in the world, if we just flood them with love, all of those people that don't seem to be on the right side of the pole, the more love we throw there, the more that whole pole actually shifts. There's a pole between love and fear that we're all on right now. And I think that the more that we all move towards love, that whole pole even shifts away from fear and more towards love. And I believe that we are in this huge change, and we are in first it was like the Iron Age, and then it was like I don't know, all these different ages, and then it went to like the information age, and now is the wisdom age, because we have access to all of the information and all of the wisdom. And then we're going into the golden age of love and light, and there's growing pains in that, and there's contrast. We have to see contrast. We have to know bad so we can know what's good. We have to see the bad so that we can choose to make the right choice. We came here as angels. We are all angels in training camp, learning exactly what we signed up here to learn. And we are here exactly for what we were supposed to be. We're here in exactly the right moment, in the right time, learning exactly what we're supposed to. And our love is changing the world. Everybody's love is changing the world. And I see it on social media, little sparks. One little person shifting, and this person shifting, and everybody's shifting. My whole feed is full of positivity because everybody's shifting. It's amazing. And of course, there's contrast that doesn't look like it. And that stirs up people's hearts to show them what to pray for. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that is why we're here. Damn right, that's why we're here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, all the love, always. Like, it's so exciting to me that you're saying that. There's been times in so many of our lives where we've had like really intense loss or trauma or pain. And, you know, the things that you're speaking of, I relate to on a huge level, you know, and I want to just extend respect and full honor of you for taking the path that was meant. It can't have been easy the whole way though, right?
No, and it's still not easy to this day. Like some days that fear like comes up, and it stirs up, and the doubt and the pain and the sorrow, and it comes up, and I honor that. I take a moment and I honor it. I take a big breath and I feel it. And I feel whatever that feeling is, wherever that feeling came from, whatever it is, I feel it and I honor it, and I love it. And then I take another big breath and I return to love. I return to what I know of love. I return to my thoughts of love. I turn to the things of love. I return to love in a breath. And it's a constant practice daily. I went through, like I said, I started out full of darkness, and then I got to the point where there was just a little dot of darkness that I couldn't get out, and then I learned how to let it go. And I'm not saying that I'm completely not, like I don't have any darkness left in me, because it still bubbles up. And when we see something that makes our heart go, huh? Makes our heart go, makes us go, what? We're meant to see that. We're here to see that. We're meant to. So that's the change that we can be. It came to our field. It came to our heart. It affected us, so we could be that change. So we could change it. Mm-hmm. Everything is amazing and good and beautiful, even the things that don't look that way, because everything is a lesson, and every lesson is a blessing. So it's a blessing. I love that. A blessing. And so as we stir up the darkness and honor that and forgive it and love it, then we're making room for more love, and we're becoming more light, and we're becoming more love.
Oh, I love the relationship that you have with the word. You show up fully as yourself with such joy, and I can't even begin to explain like how many times I've come across you and I've been in fits of laughter, but also complete openness, where I'm like, yeah, and joining in, because it is that simple, that place of real innocence. And Kim's here. I just want to say hi to Kim. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here. Hi, Kim. Thank you for joining us. She says, love is always the answer. Yes, it is. And I want to ask you something pretty special, right? You've got a really special relationship with your children, right? Mm-hmm. Have you been able to, what's it been like being a parent, knowing what you know and teaching them ways? Like, has it been difficult? Have they been open, or?
Well, I introduce them to all sorts of different ways and let them choose. Yes. They've been going to Sweat Lodge, and they've been in ceremony since they were in their mother's belly. They've been going to church and youth groups with their grandmother since they could talk, walk, kind of thing. And I let them choose. I leave it all open to them. I don't force them to go into the Sweat Lodge. Some people do. I don't force them. I'm like, hey, we're going. You can't stay here. But I really like to let them figure it out themselves. I like to guide them and say, I give them, you should probably do this, and then let them choose themselves. Sometimes, I have to pick them up and get them a little bit more in the direction of things, and it's always a beautiful lesson. It's a great path. They're the first ones that introduced me to Reiki in a way.
Really?
Introduced me to Reiki, taught me Reiki, because the kid falls and gets hurt and comes to you, and I would kiss them, and that kiss would help them feel better. And I saw Reiki at work, and then I learned Reiki 10 years later or so and became a Reiki master. And it's really amazing because I work with electricity at work through the wires and guide electricity that way. And then Reiki, I work with with the same energy, just a different mode of it. And I am the wires. And I can angle it and send it out.
That's so cool. I love that. You've done a whole bunch of stuff then. This has been a really, really deep journey. And I've seen one of your daughters doing your I don't want to call them healing sessions, just celebration sessions, with you. And it cracked my heart right open. She looks so much like you as well. You have the same face, right? And she's so cute because she's doing everything and obviously understanding it, and seems like such a peaceful little being. She seems so present within herself and joyful. And obviously gets that from you, and it is lovely to see. That relationship between a daughter and a father. I just want to say, That's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be sending out to the world. And thank you for allowing that with your children, to respecting them and allowing them to be their own person, but also holding the light you do for them as well. That is a really immense thing for all our children right now, and for everyone who has children to be able to see. Now, for anyone who's watching this and you haven't seen, do you go by the name David?
Yeah, I usually go by the name David. Rasi Anata is like a title. It
Okay.
was summoned and channeled by one of my gurus for me through the divine masters. Was gifted to me the name Rasi Anata. I go by David. I do have a Rasi Anata page on Facebook
Mhm.
at Energy Healer. You go or
Yeah.
not, Energy Frolicker. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go on the point of Energy Frolicker and multiversaling at one
Yeah.
point too.
Go on. Share away. Share away. Tell us
About
about that. What does it mean?
and so with my Rasi Anata page, I have my information of the things that I do from energy healing, and I call it energy frolicking because the energy is already healing and it's already healed, and I don't actually heal it. So, as in my electrical work with connecting wires, and as in my Reiki, I just frolic in the energy. We are surrounded by love and light always. There's all of this Reiki healing energy everywhere, and I just frolic in it. I can bring that energy down into the person, or or help take it in and send it back out. And so I consider it not energy healing. I just consider it energy frolicking. When Kim and I are dancing on the dance floor, we're just frolicking, and that energy is just being all stirred up and brought around and brought in and shined back out. So energy frolicker, with the words are powerful, so we could frolic in the energy of love by just saying love, 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 love,
Love,
love,
love, love, love, love, love.
attachment to a feeling on it. And there's tons of different labels that you can use. I choose to use love. And then there's also, we could say like happy, 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 happy. Say it till you feel it. Say love till you feel it. Joy, 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 joy. YouTube, I think it might be at Rossi Anata. You can probably find it as David Swinson. I try to put my videos up there. I have an Instagram channel, which I like to share my videos, just make little short ones because those are the ones that kind of people will see. And the live ones, I'm still playing around with it. I haven't done that many this year because it's just a whole nother story. So I like the 1 minute. I got work, work, work. And so the thought process of a multiversaling, I got it tattooed on the back of my leg. I did it myself.
Awesome. I love that. Cool. Your energy is amazing. Wow.
So this says bliss.
Wow.
So that came up with nationality. Like, where are you from? Who are you? You know, and they're like, oh, so like I guess I could say like, oh, my grandma's Italian. My grandpa had some German in him. There's some Swedish in there. Blah blah blah. I'm a mix of all of this. And it didn't feel right. That's not me. That's not who I am. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just an American. And then I'm like, no, an American. I'm actually an Earthling. And then I'm like, you know, I'm also like related to the aliens out there, so I'm a universaline. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, actually multiverses. So I'm like, wait, multiversaline. And I couldn't find that word anywhere. I had to figure out how to spell it myself by that progression, by that evolution. And I couldn't find it in any dictionary. And I don't know if I made up the word. So multiversaling is the way that I see we all are. We are all part and parcel of the multiverse. We are all part of the multiverses. We are multiversalines. So there is no separation. We are all love. There is no separation of nation, color. It's all love. We are all love. We are all multiversalines. I see you disappeared. Or did I disappear? I'm currently live and I don't see Seanin. Hello, hello, hello. Well, it's a beautiful day. Another beautiful day in paradise. Woke up again on this heaven on earth. Loving the love, loving the light. So thankful and so grateful to be here. Love, 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 love,
David,
love.
have you gone?
I'm still
Oh
here.
no, no, David's gone. Oh no.
I don't know who this is.
Oh god, we just got a picture of him when he's away. Oh gosh. I'll
I'm
wait and
back.
see if he's gonna come back.
I-
He said this thing about multiversaling and the whole thing just crashed, which is like clearly because of his vast, beautiful energy. Right? And he's sending out there. It's just broken the internet. Oh, got it. Oh, I'm so annoyed. We'll wait a wee minute and see if he returns.
I am here. It
Don't
shows
know
that
if he's gonna. I think maybe we've lost him. I'll wait and see. Anyway, that's David Kenneth Swinson. And he is a Rasenatha. I think that's what it is. You can't ask me how to spell it. I couldn't write it on the thing. But he's a beautiful human being. If he doesn't return, that is absolutely okay. I don't think he's gonna. We can always get him back on the show another time. But that was him, right? And please check him out. Hopefully he'll share his links underneath. Kim, if you're still watching, can you share his links underneath? God, had we lost him? This is what the beautiful big energies like that. Is he back? He's back! Is he? Let's wait and see. Yes, he is! Oh, I'm so pleased. He's freaking out. Like, no. So, multiversaling.
yes.
Yes.
Multiversally. So we are all part and parcel of the multiverse. We are all multiversally. This is the way I see it. That's just my label that I choose to say. It's also saying we are all love. It's also saying we are love. But multiversally kind of breaks it down. There was a separation. We were all one. We were all this amazing circle. I've been studying sacred geometry, and it's been answering my questions. It's been proving what I know. And so that we were a circle, and the circle had cast a shadow and then separated it, cast a shadow which made itself, and then it came apart. And that was the separation of us all being one into us becoming two, where all the numbers come from. And so we were all one, and then boom, we're blasted out into everything. It's been said in many different traditions and stuff that we all were one. We're all God exploded out, experiencing itself in millions of different ways, in millions of different forms. I believe that each one of us were a stone to see that life, a blade of grass, a human in every instance, every situation, for our soul to evolve, for us to learn what we needed to learn, for us to be the best angels that we can, so we can help those become better angels in the next evolution of our lives.
That is beautiful. You've had some pretty cool experiences with all this, haven't you? I can sense this.
Yeah.
Is there anything you could maybe share with us, to have all this knowledge? Like, that's really awesome. And you having things confirmed for you. So you're obviously receiving quite a bit, right? And you are very welcome to share anything you like with us.
Well, it's all love. It's all about love. It is whatever you make it. It is whatever you say it is.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that fully with my heart. Like, if you're looking at the room that you're in and you're saying that it is something, that it is. If you're saying that it has that feeling, then it does, because you're emanating it. So if every day I'm working and somebody says, "Oh, how you doing?" A lot of people like to say, "How you doing?" Most people don't really want to know exactly how you're doing unless it's positive. They don't really know that you're not doing good. They don't really want to hear it. And I went through that path, and they're like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing horrible." When I was, and it's like, just kills the whole thing. And so now I say, another beautiful day in paradise, because that's how I feel, and that's how I create it as I go. And as I say that, it is that. And as I see that everything is heaven and see that we are in heaven, then it is. If I see that it's a beautiful day. If I step out and go, oh, another day, then it is another day. If I go, ooh, another day, then ooh, it is another day. And first thought, I used to have an alarm that would wake me up in the morning. The alarm would go, and then it was like, would be the first to come out. I'd be like,
Heat alarm. Alarm stick.
I turned them off because I'd wake up before them anyways. I turned them off and I tried to change. I practiced on that first thing that came out of my head, out of my heart, and out of my mind, and out of my mouth to be thank you. And I learned how powerful thank you was. And then I dissected thank you, and you is separation, because you is you, and so that didn't work. So it's thank love, because everything is love and you are love. So when you say thank love, you're thanking everything and everyone. So I wake with thankfulness of love and gratitude. So I wake and I say thank love, thank love, thank love, and I smile. No matter how I feel, even if the first thing when I wake up is I for the day. I change it and I smile at it and I laugh at it. I trip and I hurt my toe and I smile at it and I laugh at it. And I'm thankful that I have a toe. I'm thankful that I can feel the pain of a toe. And I dive into the darkness, so I feel the feelings that come up. And I bless them and I honor them. And I go through a process of, okay, what's this feeling that I'm feeling? Okay, where did I first feel this? When did I first feel this? Who first helped me see and feel this feeling? And then I forgive them. I forgive myself. I forgive the feeling. I forgive myself for seeing that feeling that was wrong, but it wasn't, because it was a lesson that led to a blessing, that led to bliss. And as I clear out the darkness, I'm making room for bliss. As we go through our pain, and a lot of people are really going through pain right now, and as they go through that pain, it's like freeing up the guck. It's like ripping loose that stuff that no longer matters to us, and let it fall to Mother Earth, and let Mother Earth take that. And as that guck falls off, we are crystals. We are perfect, beautiful, amazing crystals. This was blessed to me from a blessing of a blessing. From blessing my blessings, I was blessed with this blessing. And so we are this pure crystal like this. And when we came here, we were like this. And then guck got thrown on us from everybody else who didn't want to deal with their own pain. So they threw it on us, because we need to deal with our own pain and clear it off. And as we clear off that guck, as we release and forgive and love that, it falls down and it goes back to Mother Earth. And it clears room. It makes room for bliss. So making room for bliss, when somebody's crying, when somebody's going through their pain, when someone's going through their darkness and going through those emotions that are stuck, and as they release them, they're making room for bliss. They're clearing that channel. So as I learned to clean the guck off of my crystal, I was taught from the Native Americans that we're a hollow bone. And as we clear the hollow bone guck, we allow that divine energy to pass through us more. So clearing my channel as much as possible and shaking out all that guck and giving it back to that light to shine that I am. It allows that love to shine that I have. It allows that bliss to be there. It allows that bliss to be. And it's like bliss, 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 bliss. So lovely. It feels so good. And it's practice. I have to return to it. I am not this way every day, all the day. I have to return to it, because people will throw their guck at us all the time. They're saying, feel my pain for me. And so I say, I learned from Matt Kahn, amazing master of love that teaches me. He taught me to acknowledge their pain. I'm not here to feel your pain. You're here to feel your pain. I acknowledge your pain. May you be blessed. I love you. That's my process. I process it driving through town. I acknowledge your pain, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. I acknowledge your pain. I smile at someone and they go, ugh. Then I go, I acknowledge your pain. I love you. May you be blessed. I don't even have to say it out loud. And with every one of those, we're also clearing the guck off of everything and everybody in the collective conscious, making room for bliss.
Oh, yeah, I love you so much, right? I like you literally return me to being about 5 years old. Every time I hear you speaking, I'm like, woo! I just want to party and dance and sing. You make people happy. So happy. I want you to know that. You make me happy. You made a bunch of girls in Spain on a retreat in front of a fireside happy because we were talking about you, right? Like everything that you're putting out there matters. Who you matter and what you're learning, what you're sharing, who you are is a gift to all of us. And I can't wait. We should get Kim on the show sometime so can talk about your retreat in Greece. Because I know lots of people in Europe. This would be good for you too, if you want to come in and talk at some point. Like there's a lot I still want. There's a couple more things I want to ask you, right? Right. So you've got all this process. I've seen you. You do offer healing for people, right? So you are doing that. Is it only face to face?
No.
So you do it online as well?
Yes, I can do remote healing. I can do sound healing. I can do like
thanks, Kim.
Counseling, like just talking with people. I'd love to do more lives like this to help go through the process with people, to help people process. I do Reiki practice in my home. I do Reiki practice in other places and around. And I also do remote Reiki. I can do either via text, via email, via video, via whatever. Setting up a time and a place to where I send the divine love rainbows from my heart to you. And most of the time I try to just do that to everyone and send that love rainbow, the remote multiversaling Reiki. Just lessons become the blessings, the lessons of bliss. The bliss lessons or blessings. Yeah, I'd be honored to help out in any way that anybody's willing to allow me to help them.
I want you to hear the comments we have underneath, right? I want you to hear the impact you're having on people. David, this is my beautiful friend Jeanette. I'm feeling the love, smiling here, right? And then we have Elaine Leonard saying, the beautiful Elaine Leonard, awesome show, love. Bree Gibson McMahon, you make me smile. Thank you, Bree. And then Elaine again has said, whoa, what a beautiful, beautiful soul. Have you seen Elaine Leonard before? She's gorgeous. And then Jeanette said again, this is so amazing. Shanine, my heart is wide open with all the beautiful humans you're having on today and every day. Thank you. See, you're just making people laugh. There's people giggling on the feed. There's people sharing love. Oh, you were actually there on the screen when I thought I'd lost you. How weird is that? And then
you.
Hey, fun. It was fun. Let's play peekaboo for 5 minutes. But Donna Phillips is saying, I love your message. This falls in line with something I'm going through right now. So here you are, touching people's hearts. Thank you, Donna, for sharing that. Thank you, Donna, for sharing that. We're with you in that. We're honoring you. See, this is so cool, David. Like, the thing is, I see you being so like laid back and cool about what you're doing. You're like, yeah, chill, no big deal, right? I just wanted to kind of make a big deal of you so you can see that you are a big deal and what you're sharing is a big deal. And you're moving all around the world with it.
Yeah.
There's nobody doing what you're doing out there. It's unusual, but in the best way.
It feels so natural to me. And I see that how the love mantras have echoed around the world, that the love mantras are being repeated all over the world, that one of my first live videos I did was like 18 minutes long, and it reached almost 3,000 people, the live video that I did on Facebook. And I could feel and see the love shining all over the world and the love shining back. And I'm so honored in so many ways and so blessed to be able to share what I have learned and what I feel and what I know. I'm so glad to be able to be the change. The change that we want to see in this world. And I want to see more love. And by putting that out there, I'm doing it. And it's so my honor. I feel it and I love it. And I send all that love right back out. And then all that love comes back in tenfold, and then I send that love back out, going in and out. And I'm so blessed and honored to be here in this multiverse, blessed to be able to shine this way. I'm truly honored to be on your show. I'm truly honored for you to honor me. I'm truly honored that love honors me. And I'm blessed and thankful, and I humbly bow down to love and offer myself to love and shine my love in any way and every way that I can, and encourage others to do the same, because we are being that change. We are changing the world. The world is love, and the love is shining throughout the multiverses for all of us to receive, accept, and send back out to receive more. Because as we bless our blessings with our blessings, more blessings bless us to bless our blessings with, and then more blessings.
Oh my God, you're amazing. You should do your own radio show. Seriously, like listening to you talk is just like lifting everybody here. I want to ask you, so on your retreat in Greece, what's it all about? What are you going to be doing?
A lot of it is it's a life-changing flow. A lot of it for me is I just go with the flow. I just want to kind of teach these principles that I've learned. I want to kind of share the methods that I've learned and help make an impact on people so they can make an impact, help people. Want to kind of go towards anybody and everybody who needs it, but towards those in Congress, towards those in politics, towards those. It'd be so great if we can get some of those corporate CEOs to our retreat to show them the love, to show them the light. I want to hug everybody there for more than 20 seconds. I want to show them the love that they are and teach them to shine their love out, and just try to let my essence rub off on them in some way or other. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I'm just going with the flow. I'm releasing control and surrendering to the flow of love that will heal me and heal us all.
Oh my God, you mightn't have any idea what you're doing, but you're doing it right, dude. You're doing it right. Oh my God, so much fun, so much fun. So you've got your page. We've talked about your page. You're doing energy healing. You're online. You're there sharing everything. Will you be doing lives again anytime soon?
Yes. Oh yes. I gotta feel it right. The background's gotta feel right. I gotta feel it. I don't know. I want to be able to be in the right spot. A lot of the time, there's a perfect time sometimes when I'm home, when the sun comes right through the window on me. I love that moment. I love being able to shine the light that way because it shows the light shining. And it's still going through my own darkness and dropping my own doubt and processing those things and allowing it. Sometimes I'm a little more shy. Sometimes I am a little more worried. Sometimes I'm a little more self-conscious, and it's this process that I'm learning more and more about myself, releasing that darkness, shaking off that gunk, and allowing the bliss and the light and the love to come in. And so I appreciate the encouragement, and that's what keeps me going and doing it, is people encourage me and inspire me from me encouraging and inspiring them. So I dedicate myself to doing more lives and helping out that way. And I want to be able to do lives and bring people on and help them process and go over the process with them, and allow people to feel their emotions with me and allow me to help guide them to return to love. And I try to do that in my videos. I try to teach people how to return to love, learning love and knowing love, and expanding that thought and that of what you know of love in yourself allows you to return to love after any situation, after anything comes into your path, after whatever feeling comes up from your sight or from inside, allowing yourself to process that with breath, with acknowledging it, forgiving it, breathing with it, and then returning to love. And showing people what love is, because some people don't even know that, and they might not have kids. They might not have had a dog that shows unconditional love. They might not have had loving parents. So I'm trying to reach out to everybody to show everybody that love that they have, that love that they can return to.
Perfect. Drops mic. Just to finish, We have a comment from your beautiful Kim. And Kim says, we will help show each person how powerful they are, that they are their own guru and have everything they need inside of them to shine bright and create the life of their dreams. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, both of you. Love and honor both of you. Thank you so much. Today's show has been epic. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope we can, if there's ever anything I can do for you, if we can have you again on the show, anything at all, you just let me know, David. We're with you and we love you very much. Thank you, Dave.
My honor, my pleasure, my joy, my laughter, my love to you, to everyone, all throughout the multiverses. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.
I think he's gonna keep going.
Receiving the love, sending the love, receiving the love, sending the love, sending the love in all directions throughout the multiverses so everybody can feel it and shine it back. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm honored to be here. I'm blessed to be here. I thank you for what you do.
You're so welcome. Bye, dude. Thank you. Oh, he's amazing. Like, honestly, that guy, wow. Guys, that was David Kenneth Swinson. Please check him out. I told you he was amazing. And there is nothing further that needs to be added. I absolutely love him. He is great. Anything you can do to add that man's light into your life will be a benefit and a joy. Thank you. Bye, guys. I'll see you later on.